to a new thing that we're calling the T-Shopping Network. That's where I find deals and I pass the savings on to you. Now, let's go ahead and look at our first item. But before I show you the first item, let me give you a little history. Alright? I've got notes, and this will help you be better informed about what it is you're going to be looking at. We're going to go all the way back to ancient Rome. Okay? That is time when they were building. It was like the height of the empire. They were building all these statues, these pillars, everything going up. Very hard work. All right, took tons of men to pull the ropes in with the pulleys and that, and to get them going. Well, they found a better way to do it. Came the invention, the tread wheel. Okay, think of a big hamster wheel, but with a couple people walking inside of it. That right there made things so much easier. It took less people to get the work done, and it got the work done faster. So, now we're going to move to the 1800s. 1800s, of course, rough air, it was, the new frontier, stuff like that. You had farmers out there who were trying to do things like, pump water, do all of this stuff around their farm. Well, what did they use at that time? They had you had water available, like a river and stuff. They used the paddles, the water paddle, big things, to help, churn and that kind of stuff. And you had the windmills. The thing was, natural resources were so unreliable. They came to think, like, how are we going to do this to keep it constant? Now, they put out a thing called the horse treadmill, which of course had horses on it, and they'd be walking, so it'd be consistent power. So the horses, walking along there, kept everything moving just fine. And coincidentally, the measurement that we call horsepower today came from that right there. The constant power unit of measurement of force and strength to operate machinery became horsepower. A little interesting fact for you. Also, they did make smaller ones and that were for dogs and goats. And what those things did were like churn butter and some of the smaller things out there. So, they put them to work. Now, during the Victorian era over in England, the treadmill was a form of punishment. So they take prisoners out and have them walk these treadmills for the town or whatever to do the grind the wheat, whatever it is that they were doing. But some of these weren't really doing anything. They were just used as a form of punishment to basically tire out the inmates and keep them under control. But until as the Prison Act of 1885 came along, I take that back. It was the Prison Act of 1889. It came along saying that the treadmill could not be used as a form of punishment, but it could be used in the prisons for purposes in the prison. Meaning, you put someone on a treadmill, it's got to be doing something, and it can only be used in the prison. So that's when that all changed around. Now, we're going to go to 1952. Dr. Robert Bruce, a cardiologist, with his friend Wayne Quinton, now they were using the treadmill as a monitor and diagnostic to diagnose heart conditions. All right? And to this day, the way they do it, the measurements and stuff, is called the Bruce Protocol. It came from him. Now, this was a diagnostic test evaluation for cardiac function. So you'd have it in the hospitals. Now, here we go. The 60s and 70s came along, and the treadmill, that's when it really picked up in popularity. Bill Staub and Dr. Kenneth Cooper, they were the ones who brought out the first of the home and gym treadmills. So, that's how they got out into the public. In 1975, though, now we're going to get a little more specific. Edward and Flo Pauls, they had the Nordictrack Ski Machine. Now, the Nordictrack Ski Machine, of course, we all know, has the poles on it and this stuff. You stand on it, it takes a lot of balance and that stuff. It was made for Edward, who he had a little bit of competition against one of his neighbors that was from Sweden, and it became one of those. He was determined that he was going to beat him in a cross-country ski event. So he would train every single night on this machine that he made, and that stuff that would to do the cross-country skiing. Now, later on, when people started asking about how good it worked for him, because it made him a little more fit and stuff, that he started winning these cross country events, it became a part-time mail order thing in their town. So they relabeled it the Nordic Jock. All right, no longer the Nordic Ski Machine; it's the Nordic Jock. And so it was mail order business, so people would mail in that with the request for one with the money, and then they would go put it together and send them out. Now, later on, the 80s came along, and well, people really weren't sure about this ski machine. They'd sit there. They really didn't sell a lot of them because you have them sitting in these stores, and people, well, they were afraid to get on because, as I said, it takes balance and coordination, and a lot of people didn't have that, and they didn't want to embarrass themselves and fall in the store. So they started putting out a 30-minute VHS tape that you could pop it in your VHS player and see how the Nordictrack is supposed to work, so you didn't have to embarrass yourself. But still, not many sold. In 1986, CML Corporation, they bought the company off of the Pauls, and they focused on infomercials. So if you remember back in the 80s, whenever you had that one guy with the crazy mullet and that stuff, there's always just kicking around, feet flying all over and stuff, and just over the top, and that. Those were the infomercials right there. And they focused all their businesses in infomercial. They were, matter of fact, they're the ones that kind of brought the infomercials into the day and age of television selling. Now, with all that though, the company did go bankrupt, and they sold off in 1998 to Icon Health and Fitness. Okay, they completely turned the company around, and the skier, of course, was having a decline in sales because, as I said, it was a difficult machine for some people. And they turned around and they still have a skier, but they brought along the Nordictrack. The Nordictrack that we're used to, that we see out in the stores and that. And let me tell you, Nordictrack is the #1 selling brand in the world. All right, and here we are with the first item. Once again, please excuse the mess and stuff. It is the Nordictrack. Now you can see right here, this was from a accident. Some of the stuff got beaten up inside the delivery truck, and see there is some damage on the box. But as you notice, the plastic stripe that things that they're wrapped in is still on there. Now the cellophane wrapping is because, well, whenever I was getting this, it was about ready. It's going to rain, so cellophane wrapped it up so it wouldn't get wet. Now, let me tell you, this is the T 6.5 version with the S, the TS 6.5, and what does this have? Well, this is one of those that has the Flex Select cushioning, which means with your strides, it's going to turn around and cushion as you run. It's going to cushion your knees, so it's good for your joints. It has tons of built-in training programs in there, or you can go to ifit.com and you can join them, and they can send you stuff from online, new programs to put into this Nordictrack. Now, it is Bluetooth enabled, which means, of course, you put your music on your phone, whatever, it'll play it right through the speakers. It's easy lift assist. Now, what that means is it's one of those, has that, lift thing, so it's not just a treadmill just sitting out like you would, treadmill just is like, okay, here's the front, here's the back, a long-ass treadmill in my house. No, instead, it can fold up and be stored in a smaller space, so you're not really going to be taking up too much room. And this has also smart response interval training, so you can do that, and all of a sudden you can change your pace, and it's going to keep up with you, and it's going to push you. Okay, now, as I said, You know, this was one of those accident reclaimed. The box just got kind of beat up, but it still has all the you know, the plastic straps that were on that they you know, put them wrapped around in. Now, this brand new online you can get for $700. Okay, $700. Because one, I'm not selling you a warranty. With warranty, they're $999. But the basic one like this, $700. So, $700 treadmill, I'm going to give it to you for $500. That's right, $500, and this baby is yours. Once again, this is the Nordictrack T6.5S edition. Hey, and now let's look at some of our other items, okay? This is an upgrade kit for your Brown, New Tone, or your Nautilus bathroom fan, okay? This upgrade here, it makes the lot less noise. So it's a quieter, and it supposedly turns around and also is pulls more air through at a quicker rate. So that is our first item. Now this here is a $47 item, brand new, off of the Home Depot website. Okay, I'm gonna go $25. Okay, $25, and you get this Brown New Tone quick kit set to upgrade your bathroom fan. All right. Let's go to our next item that we have here. As you see, it's the Allen Roth lighting. Okay, this here is the Blakely, which it's a 3 light vanity bar right there. Okay, now this is LED compatible and is dimmable. Okay, now I've got 2 of these here. I got this one, and of course the other one's sitting right there. Now here's what's going on. These are from another one of the insurance, you know, auctions. Now the box, I got one box that's damaged on it, but it's got every part that's there. The other one, not so lucky. The little metal piece that you'd put on the wall, then hook the lighting set up to on the wall, that's missing. But here's the thing: is nobody sees it. You can make your own thing, hook it right onto there. Bang! You know who's going to care? Nobody. And you know what? No one's ever going to know. So there you go. Now these let's see, where did I get that? Lowe's website. These things are $99.98. Okay. Now here's what I'm going to do. Okay. The box that's open, which is the one that was down here, that had damage, and so it's a bit opened. I'm gonna go $60. Okay. Now the one that's missing, that piece for, you know, that you then hook it to, once you hook that piece to the wall, I'm gonna go $50. Now here's another thing: if you decide, well, I want both of them, well, I'm gonna, you know, go to $100 if you take both of them. All right. The next item, as you can see here, is the Keter tall utility cabinet. Okay. This thing here is 27 inches in length, 15 width, 68 inches in height. It's got the double doors on here, and inside there's 4 shelves. Okay, now each shelf you can do up to 44 pounds is what they say. But you know, this is a nice cabinet. The doors, they lock. Okay, well, they don't lock on there, and you can put a lock on there. But they have the, you know, the whole to lock it up, so you can put it in your garage, lock your nice tools up in it, put it in your utility room, your laundry room, you know, and put all your cleaning supplies in there. Then you turn around, boom, cleaning supplies locked up. Children won't be drinking them. You saved a kid's life right there. You did your deed. Now, brand new. This was from Amazon. Brand new. These are $165. Okay, $165 on Amazon. The T Shopping Network price, $100, and this is yours. The Keter tall utility cabinet, $100 just for you. All right, our final item. Okay, now this was a return. Okay, it was a return, but this is a Craftsman 25cc little pole saw. Okay, you know, it has a little blade and stuff. Now here's what was returned: the the owner, the person who bought it, used it once and turned around and put too much pressure on there, and he broke the plastic piece here. As you can see, it's broken right through here. But I said, it's only used the one time. Too much pressure, he snapped it, okay? So, what did he do? He returned it saying it's defective. Well, yeah, it is when you push too hard on stuff. Now, I know that this piece is broken. It's got the other, saw pieces still connected to it. But let me tell you, one-time use, that's a Craftsman motor right there. That's got, so it's like, when you got something else that, weed or something else that, hey, my motor's going out, I want to do something else. Well, let me tell you, Craftsman engine right here, all right? And this is a gasoline engine, okay? This sucker is powerful. It's not this electric, plug in a battery stuff. But it's a Craftsman engine used one time. Now, the price for this one normally $219, of course, on Lowe's website. And, I know the thing's broken. I mean, hell, it'd be a great deal if this part wasn't broken, is for some other reason had it. But this piece, of course, will be in there. Now, $219 brand new is what this thing would have cost. Because that is a Craftsman engine on it, $100. $100. The box is yours. You get everything and a broken piece here. But as I said, once again, if you've got an engine going out on something, this is perfect. You can hook, Craftsman engine, start and go out because you had it for 20 plus years because those things were built to last. Oh, you need a new one. You're looking at getting a new one. Bang. Or you know what? Maybe you can take a 3D printer or something and make a whole new plastic piece here to put on there, or put that in there. Take one of those steel bands and that stuff that you turn, you screw it, and that makes it tighter. Maybe put down there to hold it right up on there. Give it that pressure that it needs. But either way, it's a Craftsman motor, used once, $219. The T Shopping Network price, $100.